Good morning, family. How's everybody doing this morning? We hope all is well. Uh, First thing, man, we gonna have to do. We got to do it. I don't see any other way. We got to acknowledge, man, the wonderful verses that happened last night between the Isley Brothers of Earth, Wind, and Fire. I tell you what, man, I went to bed feeling better than I felt in a long time because of that. So yeah, it was a wonderful occasion, man. Wonderful to see those brothers come together. That brotherhood was awesome. It was amazing. And it just shows you, man, how, you know, putting forth effort to maintain the legacy, it actually works, man. It works for us. Decades, those brothers have been making music that moved the soul. Some of the music even highlighted the need to work out social issues, man. But the whole thing, in my opinion, it was just wonderful. It really was. We needed that. We needed that boost, that pep me up. But now, as you see from the title of the live, man, we got to talk about something very serious this morning. Very serious. And I think because of recent events that it's okay. It's okay for me to voice that. As a man growing up, and I'm sure a lot of the brothers who see this, they're going to agree. When it comes to dealing with traumas that happen to us, things that happen to us either in our childhood or as we go throughout life, there is an insistence that as men, those things are put on the back burner. You take that particular instance, that difficulty that happened to you, you put it to the side because you're mostly concerned with making your way in the world. You're mostly concerned with trying to be productive as a male because that's what you're expected to do. You are. But now, when is enough? What's going to happen to help a person to understand that, you know, the things that you have put to the side now you need to deal with? And what am I talking about? What am I saying? I'm talking about I feel one of the greatest entertainers that we had, man, during my generation. I'm talking about DMX. So you see, he took an overdose, man. Overdosed on medication. Some are saying that he's breathing on his own. Some are saying that he's in the vegetative state. Listen, this is the result. After you dealt with so much in your life as a man, there are things, man, that you got to get some help with. You got to. Because if feelings of anxiety get to the point with you that you cannot keep going, you got to get some help. You have to. You know, and you can, if you listen to any of his music, some of it I can't because it's a little bit too much, but some of the tracks, man, some of the music that he makes, you can see within the music that he's trying to deal with some of the demons that he has. He's trying to fight them off. He's trying to master them. But now I'm telling you, man, that we continue to ignore things that we got to work out. That's for men or women. If you continue to ignore things that you know you need to address, as far as your mental health concern, your physical health, whatever it is, whatever the problem is that's weighing heavily upon you, if you aren't doing what you need to do to address these particular issues, then they're going to get worse. They're going to snowball. And then the next thing you know, there's difficulties that happen like this. So you have someone that apparently is very valuable. It's a lot of us who, you know, as we were growing up, some of the things that he said, we could identify with him. The struggles and the difficulties that he had, we could identify with him. So if you understand that there are things within you that you need to work out, man, please do that. Please do that. Because like I said on the last video, I've been taught, and I believe this, every human being on the face of this planet, and there are billions of us, each one of us has value. Each one of us is unique. There's something that this person can do that I can't that's going to add value to the world. But how can you do that if you're fighting demons? Or if you're not fighting your demons? Let me say that. If you're just allowing things to just stack up on you, and you never take any time out to get yourself together. You can't present your best face to the world if there are things that's preventing you from being the best person that you can be. Please, y'all, it's getting to be overwhelming. All of the talent, all of the light that we're losing because of norms that society places. Now, it's a taboo. I understand. It's something that most people don't talk about. Sitting down across from a therapist or a counselor and spilling all your business. I'm going to tell you why. For one thing, in our neighborhood or in our community, what we say is, okay, now what happens inside the house stays inside the house. But if it's a difficulty that you're dealing with, if it's something that you have to get over, that's something that you're going to have to do. Because listen, the rest of your life is important to you. It should be. So anything in the past that's preventing you from being the best version of yourself, you got to get rid of it. You got to do away with it. If it's a demon, you got to master it. You have to. Because listen, you can't let something that happened in your past dictate your future. Is that even logical? Something that was said or something that was done. Come on, y'all. We got to do better than this now. We got to do better. And if you see an individual and they're going to get help, please don't be negative. Please don't put that person in a certain category because you know how we do. Oh, he crazy. He crazy. He got to take medicine because something wrong with his mind. Okay. If he's taking that medicine and that medicine helps him to or maintain a better mood or a better disposition, where is the difficulty in that? Where is the problem? Now, whether you want to admit it or not, we need some help. We do. In our community especially. Now, I'm not going to make this thing about ethnic groups, but look at where you come from. Look at where we come from the majority of the time. You come from difficult neighborhoods. You come from difficult financial situations. You come from difficult emotional situations. What makes you think you don't need help? What makes you think that? What makes you think that the way that you look at the world is the way that you should? When the only thing you've seen is difficulty. And a lot of us, when we come to a place where the difficulties no longer exist, we don't know how to behave. We don't know how to operate in that spirit. So what I'm saying is, I'm not coming down on anybody. Listen to me now. I'm not trying to be difficult, but what I am saying, y'all, is that we got to take this situation into our own hands. We have to make sure that we're okay. DMX is somebody that, in my opinion, is a person that we've seen go through a lot of changes during, his success. He's gone through a lot of changes. He fought with a lot of things. But this is the culmination of that fight. Now, I can't tell you whether or not DMX is going to get some help with his particular situation, treatment. I don't know. But I know one thing. The situation that he's in is one that I don't want to see anybody else. I'm tired of seeing it, especially out of our community. I'm sick of seeing that, man, because we can do better. We can do better. Because now if you don't care about yourself, how do you expect the rest of the world to treat you with favor if you don't care about yourself? If you're not taking the steps to make yourself better? That just doesn't make sense, you all. The health that you are walking around with right now, emotional, physical, any otherwise, all of that is your responsibility. And if you don't take that responsibility seriously, sooner or later, those difficulties are going to come knock at your door. And when they do, I hope and I pray that the resolution to your situation isn't like his. I pray that you don't take some pills and overdose on them as a way of getting relief, as a way of escape. That's not the way to do it, you all. It's not. There's help available. But in order to get it, you're going to have to overcome the taboo of what people think. We don't care about what people think. We don't. Because what a person thinks of you, if they're not being positive and constructive, it doesn't really matter. You have to take your life into your own hands, man. Please, listen, y'all. I worry because as a community, there are things that happen and go on with us that we don't recognize and we don't acknowledge. And because we don't recognize and acknowledge them, they take some of us out. And it seems like it's a situation where it's taking out the best of us. So please, y'all, if you need help, go get you some. If there's something that you need to talk about, find somebody you trust and talk to them about it. Get your thoughts out there, man. I'm sure it's going to be people that's going to be willing to listen. It's people that love you and they care for you. They want the best for you. You latch on to them people. Forget about the negative ones. They don't matter. You take for granted that there are individuals around you who actively are pushing you to be the best person that you possibly can be. Stay with them people. Stay with them. Because it doesn't make any sense to be around individuals who don't want to see you do well. They're not going to help you. They're not going to push you in the right direction. So why waste your time? I know I'm preaching a little bit, y'all, but this is just ridiculous. It is. If you care about yourself, if you want to do better, do better. You can do it. It's within you to do that. I believe that. Because as I mentioned at the beginning, there's something about you that's unique and special that nobody else has. We need that. We need that. It's enough darkness. It's enough hatred. It's enough prejudice in the world. And if you're going to bring something better, please do that. Don't allow your circumstances to dictate who you are. Don't allow your past to dictate who you are. You can be better than any of that. That's my thought for this morning, man. I just had to get that off my chest. We losing too many of y'all, man. Brothers and sisters, we love y'all. Do what you can to keep yourself up. Do what you can to stay positive. I know it's hard. It's hard for me. But I refuse to allow anything to strip me of my joy and my peace. It's just not going to happen. Y'all have a good morning, man. Like I said, though, that Isley Brothers versus, man, that was something else. That was legendary, if you ask me. All right, y'all. As always, you know I got things to do. I just wanted to share that with you, man. Y'all be easy this morning. Peace.